we're going to put everything together, scale and translation together, okay? So I'm going to review what we did in Chapter 3 for this so that you guys can easily transfer that information into sine and cosine. So on this parent function, we have y equals x squared. So if x is negative 2, what would y be in this case?
0.
What's negative 2 squared? 4. Okay? What is negative 1 squared? 1, 0, 1, and 4. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take this information and put it towards a scale change. I'm changing my x by 2 and my y's by 3. I'm multiplying them.
So negative 2 times 2 would be negative 4.
Negative 4, 12, yep.
It would be negative 2, 3.
Yep.
0, 0. It'd be 2, 3, and 4, 12.
Good. Okay. Now, I'm going to not only do the scale change, but I'm going to take this row and put it towards a translation change. So I'm going to take my first number, negative 4, and add a 1 to it. So it becomes negative 3.
Wait, what are you doing? Wait, why are you cross multiplying? No, okay, why is that one though and not the parent?
Because we are doing this. Yeah, we're doing a composite.
Wait, so then you have to take the one above it to do the
Yes. Okay. So this one is, I'm taking this number right here and putting it towards a translation change. Okay? So negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3.
Negative 3, 10.
Okay, and this, yep, this becomes a 10.
1.
Negative 1. 1.
1, negative 2.
Good.
3, 1, 5, 8.
Good job. All right, so now this says, what is the equation for the graph if we do a scale change of 2x and 3y? So how do we change our original equation? We started off with y equals x squared. What does it become? Is it 3y? Nope, it actually is going to be y divided by 3. It's the opposite of what you see here. Okay? Equals
X over 2.
x over 2 squared.
Why are you squaring it?
Because it started off squared over here.
And then can't you just times by 3 to both sides?
No, I'm going to leave it like this for right now.
Do you have to?
No, you don't have to. You can multiply each side by 3. So if I did that, it would be y equals 3 times x over 2 squared. You can leave it like that. But I'm going to leave it like this just for now, because what happens is in the next part it says, now you're going to add a translation. So now my new one is going to be the opposite of y minus 2 is going to become y plus 2 over 3 equals x minus 1 over 2 squared.
That doesn't make sense. Do you have to take the 2, 3 from the top and bring it down? Yeah, I'm lost.
Okay.
Oh, you're just adding together all the equations.
I'm putting it all together.
So that's why you're keeping the square.
Yes.
Wait, no, Miss Seaver, stop. Go back. So after y equals x over 2, that's the parent.
Yep, this is the parent.
And then you do y divided by 3 and x divided by 2
That, yep, that's a scalar change.
Okay. And then you go down to translation, and then you just add 2 and keep the over 3.
Yep.
You cut me off with the translation part. But,
Okay, so all we're doing is we're taking our scalar change that we had here, and we're applying this translation change to this equation right here.
oh, I got it. Okay, I got it.
All right? I'm not going to take the time to graph this right now because I don't want to take the time. I want to go on and do some other things with cosine and sine. But if you look down, this basically tells us what we just talked about. Okay? So if you have an image of a graph is replaced by what we just did. Your scalar change is the A and B. Your horizontal change is the H. Your vertical shift is the K. Okay? So let's turn the page.
Wait, what about the?
You didn't do the third one.
Yeah.
The third one? Oh, it's just a statement. This is the equation for the image of the graph.
What's T times X?
That's T composite S. That's when you do both things together.
Right.
Which we just did.
But
Yep.
you did 3 altogether.
No, I started with one and then did 2 changes to it.
Right.
So there's only 2 changes.
Oh, you don't count the parent.
Okay, so this one says the scale change xy is ax by multiplies the period of the sine wave by absolute A and its amplitude by absolute B. The translation shifts the image h units horizontally and k units vertically.
Well, our final. So just the box X, Y, X.
Like, not some of them, but like everything that we've learned about it.
Was that a yes or not?
Yes. Okay, so in general, this little box just tells you everything I just said. If you have something like this, it's saying the amplitude of the sine wave is going to be the B, that's underneath the Y here. The period is 2 pi times the A. The horizontal shift is the H, the vertical shift is the K. Next part says we call this equation or this equation right here, these two, they are the graph standardized form.
Are you recording?
Yes.
I don't see the button.
Of the equation for the sine or cosine function. When an equation in this form is in this form, you can use the above box to help you find the different informations.
Oh, will this be similar to graphing like in algebra?
Yes. So on this first one right here, explain how the graph y minus 1 over 2 equals cosine of x plus pi over 3 is related. So first, tell me what the scale change is.
It's 3.
3 what? Yep, 3x, 2y. Good.
Oh.
Okay. Then that is followed by a translation change.
Is that because they're like over?
Yep.
So then it should be, oh, I got that. It should be, no, I don't.
So what changes on the horizontal?
It should be y plus 1 over 3.
Okay, so y plus 1, because this is a minus 1 here, right?
Yeah, so y plus 1.
And x minus pi. Good. Very good.
So then that means it's like when it's all said and done, it should be y plus 1 over 3, or no, over 2. Oh, wait, I get that. Never mind.
Yep. Okay, so now it says identify the amplitude, period, vertical shift, and phase shifts. So first of all, let's identify the amplitude. We already know that the amplitude is the B, and that is 2. That's right here, right? So that is 2. And the period is A times 2 pi. What was A in this case?
A was
3. So it'll be 3 times 2 pi, or, because that's the formula for finding the period. It tells it that is right here in this box.
But what about the thing at the very top? It just says absolute value of A. At the very top of the page.
Okay.
Look at the box.
Yep.
If the period equals 2 pi.
You multiply the period. Oh, it says it right here. You multiply the period of the sine wave by A. And the sine wave's period is 2 pi, right? Okay. Okay, so back down here. This is going to be 6 pi, right?
so vertical will equal 1.
Yep, vertical shift is moving plus 1. Because look at the y right here. It shifts up plus 1 right here.
And then phase,
Oh, total amplitude, so it goes
phase
up, one, and
shift
down.
should
Yeah.
be pi.
Yep. Phase shift is not just pi, but minus pi. Okay, because it's going to the left.
What's the phase again?
Phase is the horizontal shift.
So minus pi goes to left.
Yep. Hey, let's do one more together before I let you guys go for the day. Let's look at this one.
Early?
No, not early. Okay, so what is my scalar shift on this? 4x, 3y. And what is my translation shift? Yep, x plus 3 pi and y minus 5. Okay, so taking that information, what is our amplitude in this one?
5.
It's 3. And what is our period? Yep, because you're going to take 4 times 2 pi, which is 8 pi. And then our vertical shift is what? Vertical shift is minus 5, and our phase shift is positive 3 pi.